Hello and welcome to another Tactical Corner here on Skari, talking about the latest battle report between Necrons and Dark Eldar. This was a narrative game, Sabotage, so it's all about not only playing the game to the objective, but also immersing yourself in the narrative. So let's talk about little strategic things, things that we found, and get better at your game. Let's begin. Okay, so we begin. It's 1500 points of Dark Eldar. Now, my army is a very eclectic army, so you can tell there's a little bit of everything. We've got Witches, Hellions, Reaver Jet Bikes, Ravager, a Court of the Archon, some Cabalite Warriors, a Raider. There's nothing really very overly spammy or competitive about the army. It's just a lot of different things, which is great for a narrative game. Now the key is to play against your opponent. And in this case, my opponent John ran a lot of Scarabs, some good high-strength firepower with the Annihilation Barges, and some character killing with the Death Marks. The Overlords are there to basically make everything around them a bit better, and it's good for close combat. And for this mission, he also had 10 free Necron Immortals. So of course we're playing Sabotage, and the game starts with a little bit of a pre-game. So a couple of Cabalite Warrior units, my Archon and his band of bodyguards, essentially attempting to infiltrate as far as they could into enemy territory to place these Sabotage objective markers on the crystal. Now I played the game, kept my characters behind a screen of incubi, tried to be very strategic about killing one sentry at a time. You see, in this game, my opponent has 10 sentries, and you can put the sentries around. And the sentries do move randomly, but as soon as they get within spotting distance of an enemy unit, they sound the alarm, and the entire defending army essentially gets a chance to come onto the board and really start doing some serious damage. So my plan was simple. I knew that I was going to have to trip the alarm at some point. It was going to get very hard to get through to the crystal without setting off the alarm. But essentially, my opponent set off the alarm. He had his turn. He brought his army on, and really kind of, I tried to move up as much as I could, and then he just wiped out my incubi and really started creating a screen. And my army came on, and the entire army, or the rest of the force, had to be way back on my table edge. So I knew that it was going to be the faster elements of the army, Reaver Jet Bikes, Hellions, that I was expecting to be the ones to get in and put the Sabotage objectives. Things that could jump over the enemy screen, things that could go and really put some sort of bomb on the crystal. So all in all, John played it really well. He essentially sent his Scarabs up and was attempting to create a complete blockade, stopping me from getting into the crystals to put any sort of the markers down. Now I was able to get a few fast-moving characters up there. Cool thing about the characters in this mission is that each character can essentially put a Sabotage marker on. So I had lots of characters. They're each an individual unit, and they can kind of go up and they each have like some bombs to put on there or whatnot. All in all, it was a very thematic game, but strategically I needed to make sure that I was in a place to jump forward or charge into and get within that crystal, while at the same time having enough forces to stop him from wiping out the guys that were by the crystal and then completely blocking me off. But let me know what you think down below. If you like these narrative battle reports, would you like me to expand more in terms of the narrative in this sort of video, or do you prefer me talking about tactics? Well, thanks a lot for tuning in. Check the links in the description. This is Skari out. Till next time. It's an exclusive. We're playing the game. Lots of shooting.